Hi everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, we have a real life messy house clean with me. This is a before and after, so make sure that you stay till the end. I'm just showing you everything that we had to clean, all the rooms. We're going to be cleaning the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, the bathrooms, the laundry room, all the things. Like I said before, this is a before and after, so make sure you stay till the end so you can see how the rooms transform and we get the house all nice and tidy and cozy again. I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to go ahead and start in the bedroom. I'm just going to strip the sheets off the bed, get the pillowcases off the bed, and we're going to wash all of this. And while that's washing, we're going to go clean the kitchen and the dining room and the living room.
What you were thinking, babe? Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth, the ways you laugh away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother.
So now that we have the sheets all washing, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the dishes from the dining room. I'm going to unload the dishwasher and then I'm going to wash the dishes and put them in the dishwasher to dry. The dishwasher is still broken. We have not had any time to get anyone out here to take it anywhere. It's just been sitting there. So hopefully we can get that done soon. I'm not going to make any promises. My husband's schedule is absolutely crazy and it's making my schedule crazy, but we're working on that, trying to transition. But anyway, we did have a ton of dishes over here. They pile up so fast. I usually try to keep up with it, but it just happens so quickly. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get these washed. My favorite thing is a clean kitchen, as y'all know. So we're going to go ahead and take care of everything. I always wash the sink, clean the sink before I start washing dishes. I don't know why I do that. I just feel like if I'm washing the dishes and then I'm putting them to the other side of the sink before I rinse them, I want that other side of the sink to be clean. So anyway, it's just something I do. I've always done that. I'm going to go ahead and start hand washing these. I hope everyone's doing well. It's taking everything I have not to go outside and start getting my fall stuff out, but we do have a pretty busy month. My son is flying in from Colorado. We're going to celebrate my birthday, see some family, all that stuff. So I am waiting till the first of next month, and then I'm going to start going out and taking out all my fall decor because I'm just ready for it. I need something to, I don't know. I just want something. And I definitely don't want to go buy anything for the house. I am going to have to go buy a lot of batteries. When it comes to fall and Christmas, I go through a ton of batteries with the lights, with the twinkle lights, all the things. So I'll probably go stock up on those this month, get everything ready. I need to go see where everything's at. I did organize it some last year to where I know exactly where my fall and my Christmas stuff are. I have tons and tons of crates. I don't know how much decor I'm going to be putting up. I do feel pretty festive this year, so we'll see. I just want to make it super warm and cozy with the lighting, and I love the what is it? Traditional fall colors. I'm the same with Christmas. I like traditional colors. I like to bring the oranges and the greens and all those colors and the maroons. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love decorating for holidays. That's my favorite thing to do. So I'm putting it off for as long as I can, but I promise you in August, we're going to start playing with some fall decor.
That it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over.
So now that we got all the dishes done, I feel like that always takes the longest when I'm cleaning, especially when I let them build up like that. I usually wash them throughout the day, so there will only be like 5 or 6 dishes at a time to wash. But sometimes, like I said, it just gets away from me so quick, and they pile up so fast. Um, and we don't eat a lot of snacks or anything. It's usually stuff that you have to actually cook or make. So it's always a mess over here, but I am just gonna go ahead and wipe down the counters really quick and do all those things, and then we'll head over and clean the dining room as well.
Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over.
So after I took the trash out, I was gonna go put the sheets in the dryer. For some reason, though, when I wash the sheets, sometimes they get twisted up and then they don't spin right. And so they were soaking wet. I had to untwist them and put them back in there for another spin. And like I said, this only happens when I wash the sheets. I also needed to bring the kids' karate gear in. I had washed it and I was letting it sit outside to dry. And now I just needed to bring everything in and put it away. Chloe was trying to get out to Sadie, so I just went ahead and brought Sadie in. I'm going to go ahead and put everything back in here. I was doing a little smell check. The only things that I can't wash is like their helmets and their foot gear, but I washed their shin guards, their gloves, all that stuff. I washed their bags, but I put that in a mesh bag and put that in the washer as well. I don't know if you have kids in sports, but the smell it gets really ripe. And I never notice it until we're there at karate. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I get a whiff of their bag and I'm like, I definitely need to wash that. Sometimes I do forget, but I usually try to wash it every Friday so that way it has the weekend to kind of set out and air dry. Texas has been getting some rain here and there. We just get random thunderstorms, and they usually don't last long, but you just never know when they're going to roll in. So I always get kind of iffy about washing their stuff this time of year because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it outside. I like also put it in the living room, sometimes under the ceiling fan, but I really have to watch the dogs because their favorite things to chew up, of course, are gloves and stuff like that. So I have to really make sure that neither one of them get a hold of anything. But anyway, I got all that taken care of, and now I'm just gonna clean off the table with some Murphy oil soap mixed with water. Y'all know that's one of my favorite cleaners. I love the smell of Murphy oil soap.
Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Ever you feel about us. Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Oh baby, as long as you don't say that it's over now that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over.
So the living room has been staying pretty clean. I'm just going to come in here and kind of tidy up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to rearrange anything when it comes to me bringing in the fall stuff. I really don't see how I can rearrange the living room at this point. We do need a chair or a couch on this side here, but we also kind of like it empty. It just makes it easier to clean. And I always say the less furniture you have in a home, the more beautiful the home is. I stand by that because anytime I clear out a room and I start putting stuff back in, the more stuff I put in, the more I hate it. So, but I'm sure we will get some kind of chair in here because we do need more seating. We're trying to be very mindful of what we get. I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the floor really quick, and we're just going to keep on cleaning. I hope you are enjoying this so far.
Not used to this. I don't know how to act, don't know how to adapt to this situation. Not used to this, no, I'm not. But better let myself give in to love, believe in us, no matter what it does to my heart. Not used to this, no, I'm not. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You are, you getting into my brain. I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain. You getting into my brain. You're new to me. I don't know who you are, be like a piece of art. I want more, but better slow it down. Inside my mind is getting all too loud, I get scared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not prepared. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You getting into my brain. I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain. You getting into my brain.
So I'm going to take my Magic Mind really quick. This is the last one I have in the box. But I'm going to go ahead and take that. And then I just got another box in the mail. So I'm going to go ahead and open that really quick and put that away so it can get cold. Ooh, I was just looking at this and they have a Magic Mind Max now. That's really cool. But they have one for sleep. They have the mental performance shot, and then they have the Max and the original. So that's really cool. Anyway, Magic Mind has a really good promise, guarantee, mission. Magic Mind promises to use the world's best suppliers for their ingredients. They require rigorous testing on every ingredient that is sent to them. They also provide rigorous analysis for their ingredients to anyone that asks for it. So you can literally email Magic Mind is hello@magicmind.com. I will have that in the description box or I'll have it here on the screen. But you can literally email them and they will send you a certificate of analysis that they have tested whatever's in the bottle. They will literally test every bottle by hand and test every batch that's made in their lab. Their goal is to make the best beverage on the planet for their creators. So and when they say creators, they mean anyone who creates anything. If you do art, if you're working, if you're, just trying to be a normal functioning member of society and trying to do your part, no matter what that is, Magic Mind is going to definitely improve your performance as far as your mental performance, and it's going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you clear and calm and not so stressed out. So Magic Mind does go above and beyond industry standards. Magic Mind has a great money back guarantee. I have talked to y'all about this before, but you can get 100% money back guarantee and you don't have to send any bottles back. You don't have to send the product back. They will just refund you 100% if you do not like the product. I do have this link down below if you want to go and check out Magic Mind. You can also use my code BarbaraJ20 for 20% off. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take my shot now, and then I'm going to put these in the fridge. I'm going to put these in the fridge so it can get cold. Let me show it to you real quick.
You're getting into my brain. 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 I feel emotionally drained. You're getting into my brain. You getting into my brain.
So this part of the house is usually pretty cluttered. It's pretty messy. We keep a lot of stuff back here just to keep it out of the way. We don't have any like storage closets or anything like that. If I want to put something in storage, I have to put it in crates and we put it out in the barn. So if it's something that I don't want messed up, I just leave it in the house, and I have a lot of my candle making supplies over here. We were supposed to start making candles. It is a very there's a lot more that goes into that than one would think. Um, so the more I researched it, the more I knew it was something that we would have to take very, very seriously because it's people's homes, especially if we were to sell them. You have to know how to measure, know how to mix, because it is a liability. You never know how something's going to turn out. So always be careful if you're buying handmade candles or whatever the case may be, or even from the store. I don't know what kind of regulations they have to go through, but yeah, it definitely does make a difference with wicks, the oils, the quantity of the oil. Like there's so many things that can make candles a safety hazard. So I am gonna start making them soon again, but I have to, like I said, I have to be very, very confident in myself before I start selling anything like that. But I do absolutely love some of the scents that I have. Well, we have a ton of scents that we ordered. We have brownie, which smells really good. My favorite will always be vanilla bean. I absolutely love that. I usually put that on during the day. My husband kind of freaked out about the toxins in the candles and the wax, especially. But they do sell different kinds of wax. I know the beeswax is really good, so I might order some of that and see what I could make. I also would like to get more into making wax melts, I feel, because that's a little safer, especially if you have the warmers that just use a light instead of fire to light. Because even me, this is a double wide, and I'm very particular about the house not catching on fire. So, because it would just go up so quick. So it is something that I'm very careful with. I don't usually just have candles lit everywhere, but I do have some warmers that I light. Really only two because, like I said, I am very particular. I have to, make sure that I don't leave anything on or that I'm watching it throughout the day so that way it doesn't get too hot. But I think I would go more into the wax melts if I were to start selling anything, because I just feel like that's a little safer than the actual candles itself. Even though candles are beautiful, I'm always gonna love candles, whether they're safe or not. I mean, what are you gonna do? I try my best with my diet to stay healthy, but there's so many chemicals. I mean, even drinking water these days is controversial because of all the plastics I think they say that like 90% of us have plastic in our blood. I could be wrong on that number, but I'm pretty sure they said it's up there in the 90 percentile that we all have plastic floating around in our blood, which is super scary. But like I said, you're not going to really outrun everything that's here to harm us. We're not living in a natural state. So it's just going to happen. But I do try to be kind of mindful of everything. Even though I have started using like cleaning products again, I'm using Pine Sol and bleach and, all the things. So, like I said, no matter what you do, you can't like if like I always tell my friends, if I want to be a really healthy human, I wouldn't live in today's society, period. Because everything is gonna get you.
Got no money on my mind, got no money on my mind, got no money on my mind. I am so good at pretending. Keep on smiling in my tiny bubble. Like a movie without ending. Spending time like it was going backwards. Posters covering my walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books that we read blind. Breathing in and breathing out to get smarter. Not working out for me, yeah, yeah. Got no money on my mind. Tell my mommy I'm alright. Even laughing at the jokes you tell me. Keep myself inside the lines. Needing tidy all the time. If you ask me, I am fine. Got no money on my mind. Reading patterns like the apples. Meditation through the yoga lessons. Going greener by the minute. Soon I can't wear any other colors. Posters covering my walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books.
Now that I have the room all cleaned up, I'm gonna hop over here and clean the bathroom really quick. That door in my bedroom, I had been putting that off for so long. I walk through it every day and see how dirty it is, and I just wasn't cleaning it. So I decided on this day I was finally gonna clean that door. It gets so much traffic throughout the day whenever I'm in my room. The kids come in and out. I go in and out. Usually when I'm doing my makeup in the morning or something, I'll go make a cup of coffee in between and I can see my makeup prints all over that door. There's just stuff all over that door all the time. And I just neglect it. I ignore it. But today I finally went ahead and cleaned that. I'm also going to go ahead and clean the toilet really good. Just using Pine Sol to clean in here. I wanted to freshen it up and make it smell really good. You can use Pine Sol to clean a lot of stuff. It's going to give it a nice odor, and it also kills, I think, 99% of germs and bacteria. So I put it in a spray bottle and I mix it with a little bit of water and I just let it sit for a bit and then I'll go and wipe everything off. And like I said, it just makes everything smell really fresh. I did have a little bit of bathroom cleaner, but it wasn't going to be enough to clean everything that I needed to clean. And we live way out in the country, so it is cheaper for me to wait until we go into the big town next to us to get anything. I try to avoid just going to the dollar store for little stuff here and there because it is a lot cheaper for us to go to the big store to get everything we need at one time. I need to go and get toilet paper, paper towels. That's like a $80 run in itself right there. And just get all the things that we need. They go so quick, especially with how much I clean. We go through a lot of stuff when it comes to that. I'm also out of laundry detergent and just so many things. So I'll probably make a little list today so that way when we go into town this evening, I can just run by the store and pick everything up that we need.
Breathing in and breathing out to get smarter. Not working out for me, yeah, yeah. Got no money on my mind. Tell my mommy I'm alright. Even laughing at the jokes you tell me. Keep myself inside the lines. Needing tidy all the time. If you ask me, I am fine. Got no money on my mind. 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 Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on and do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, this time we're not.
So now I'm going to head over and clean the kids' bathroom. I didn't clean the kids' room on this day. I will be showing that in some videos, but I'm trying to get out of showing the boys' room so much. They are getting a little older, and I just really want to respect their privacy. I don't know. It just kind of gets weird when you're on the internet. Like, I don't even like talking about my kids at this point, but I am going to clean the bathroom really quick. I am so excited to do some different things to this bathroom. My daughter is actually going to be the one that is designing most of it. She is going to be sending me screenshots. She's already showed me how she wants it, but I'm so excited for it, and I hope it comes out the way we want it to. But it should be interesting and fun, and I know I'm going to love it because she's the one that's putting her creativity behind it. So I think it's going to be really, really cool because she's very artistic. But anyway, we're just about done here, and then I'm going to go ahead and mop all the floors and get everything else done. And like I said, make sure that you stay till the end if you want to see those before and afters.
Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me?
So we are just about done. Thank y'all so much for being here, for joining me, for cleaning with me. I love you all. Take care of each other. I will see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to go check out Magic Mind. Like I said, you can save 20% on that order if you use code BarbaraJ20. And I will see y'all in the next one. I love you all so much. Take care of each other. Bye, guys.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating